Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is a beautiful but hot and humid day. I'm out west of town today, and look behind me. Big old open fields, beautiful clouds, just all of the stuff of God's handiwork. I want to read to you today from Psalm 8, starting with the first verse. It says, O Lord, how excellent is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory on the heavens. Out of the mouths of babes and unweaned infants you have established strength because of your foes, that you might silence the enemy and avenger. When I view and consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, what you have ordained and established. What is man that you're mindful of him? And the Son of Man that you care for him? You have made him a little lower than God or the heavenly beings, and you have crowned him with glory and honor. You have made him to have dominion over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet. He's put all things under his feet. I don't know how many of you saw the sunset last night or the night before. It was absolutely gorgeous. You know, I went out last night and I did a sunset painting. And when I posted it, I just put a little note on there. What a big canvas God has. And as a painter, I try to capture just a little of that. But you know, we cannot do what God does. We can't create that sunset. Oh, we can take photos of it, but they never come out to look as good as the actual sunset does. You know, we can do paintings of it, but it never looks like the sunset does. And God made all of that for us. You know, reading that verse, it says, what are we that you're mindful of us? We're just another creation in God's world. But we are his creation. And he has given us dominion over this world, to take care of it, to fertilize it, to make it grow, to make it look beautiful. You know, evil came into the world, and before that, everything was perfect. Can you imagine what a perfect world would look like? What kind of beauty would we see in that? And one day we'll have the opportunity to see it again, because our Lord is coming back to establish his kingdom here, to bring a new heaven and a new earth. And the glorious city of the New Jerusalem will come down to earth. And in Revelation it says God will dwell with men there. You know, we can go to God right now with our requests and with our problems and with our joys, and just, praise him for what he's done in our lives. Sometimes we tend to ask him why he's done the things that he's done in our lives. You know, he always has a plan. That plan is never thwarted. So even with the bad things that come in our lives, God has a plan for that. And even more than having a plan for what's happening in this world, God has a plan for each of us. He doesn't, agnostics believe there's a God, but he doesn't intervene. He just lets things happen as they are. That's not what my Bible says. It says God has a plan. And all we have to do is go to him, go before his throne, and he will direct us and show us what that plan is. What's God's plan in your life right now? With all the things that are going on, you know, COVID, the pandemic has got the whole world on edge. Now with the riots that we're seeing in major cities, evil, it just seems to be taking over. But we need to remember, through all of this, it's not a surprise to God. He knows what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and how it's going to happen. And all of that relates in some way to God's plan for you. and to God's plan for me. What is that plan? Have you really earnestly and humbly sought God to ask Him what the plan is for your life? That's something we all need to know. And we need to pray for His guidance and His direction in everything we do, in everything that affects our lives. But not only our lives, but the lives around us, because God has brought those people into our lives according to His plan. His plan. We can make our plans all day long, but bottom line, they don't mean a thing. Only God has control. And I pray that this week, I want to issue a challenge to each of you. When you're spending your time in prayer, ask God to reveal His plan for you. Ask God to show you what He wants you to do. What is His will for you? What work does He have for you? There's a song that says, "Be somebody's miracle." We can't do that on our own, but through God's plan we can. Let's remember that this week. I hope everybody's having a great week. For you that are going to the services tomorrow, I hope that goes well. For us that are a little bit older and have been asked to, and probably would want to wait a few weeks anyway, we'll be with you online. And just remember, we're all one big fellowship. I miss you guys. I love you. I can't wait. Not just till I can see you, but when I can come back and we can hug each other. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all joint heirs of God. Y'all have a good week. Let me know if I can do anything for you, if I can pray for you, if you have any needs. And I'll talk to you again next week.